Yeah, so hopefully I said it so we're live on YouTube. So if we're on YouTube, hello YouTube. If we are not on YouTube, hello anyways.
YouTube, sup.
Yeah, I will send a text to Tony about that.
Tony was having issues with the YouTube last time we were on.
Yeah, but Tony doesn't know how to click a button, so no.
Tony, you won't be hearing my strays.
Yeah, he won't because he's not in the chat. So yeah, I like Dan. The person he's most excited for is whoever Karras rolled the dice and is today. Maybe he's Michael Jordan. Maybe he's Jordan Clarkson. Who can say?
Comment down below which Karras you think he rolled.
Well, I mean, we have to see him first.
No, you have to predict. You never know what you're going to roll until you roll it.
Yeah, well, I mean, we don't roll it, but anyways, so yeah, glad to have you here. What's up, Rudy? Glad that you're back again. If anybody is watching along and they need access to the stream because you're in the Ohio area, let us know. Also, we are live on YouTube. If you guys are watching on YouTube and you want to watch the game as well, hop over to playback.tv/Fear the Sword. And you can come over here and watch the game with us, or just simulcast and watch our faces. That's fine. So whatever you want to do, we are happy that you are joining us on YouTube.
I'd be a little concerned if you only wanted to watch our faces and not the Cavs play, but Yeah,
well, everyone's different. One of the things that I always forget is I think the Raptors are one of those teams that they do the tip-off at 15 after the hour instead of 10 after the hour. And I just hate those teams. Like, it should be 7:35 tip, but it can't be a 7:45 tip.
How many other teams do that?
I don't know, but I always feel like every time I turn on the Raptors game, it's like it just takes forever. So
it could be that second national anthem. You never know.
Second national anthem, maybe.
I mean, never watched a game in Toronto, but there could be other stuff we just don't know because we're watching this instead.
No, there's no excuse.
You're right. I should stop coming up with excuses.
Yeah, why are you trying to come up with excuses for the Raptors? That's
because they're going to need more excuses after this game. All right.
What is your prediction of today's game, Corey?
I think it's going to be low scoring. I just think these games naturally turn into those types of affairs. So I'm going to say Cavs win 102-94.
102-94. All right. I like that you had a score. I don't have a score.
Give me the differential then.
I mean, I don't like the Raptors. I don't think it's a good matchup for the Cavs. The Cavs should win easy. They're without Olynyk. They're without, who else are they without? They're without RJ Barrett. They're without Bruce Brown.
Yeah.
They're without him as well. There's Kelly Olynyk coming up on our screen right now.
Wow, a SoundCloud rapper in real life. Awesome.
Boo! Anyways, you have to keep that tradition going. So you have a big size advantage inside, and especially if you're starting Dean Wade, like your power forward could be bigger than their not your power forward. Your small forward could be bigger than their center. So it's like you'd like to see them take advantage of that. Yes, we will give you VIP access. If anybody else needs VIP access, please let us know. We have plenty of these to hand out. Tony does not get VIP access.
Oh.
If he's not on, doesn't get the access. Sorry, Tony. But yeah, you would like to see the Cavs. The Cavs should be able to get something more inside. So,
yeah, especially in the non-Pirtle minutes.
Right. So, yeah, and I mean, I don't know.
I think they still have Chris Boucher too. So, he's probably good for like 2 threes at random times.
Yeah. So it should be fun to It's always fun to see Evan go against Scotty Barnes. I know that it's popular to hate Scotty Barnes, but Scotty Barnes is really good. And one of the things that I think makes Scotty Barnes interesting is that he developed in some of the areas that you want to see Evan develop in. Like last year, he became a more comfortable 3-point shooter. He became somebody who's more comfortable operating in like the modern NBA. And Evan has the skills to be a better player than Scotty Barnes, but you want to see him take the same steps that Scotty Barnes took last year. So I think that's always a very interesting little subplot to these Cavs and Raptors games.
And it's Scotty Barnes went into a situation in which the team kind of really focused on his development and kind of understood very quickly that he was going to be the focal point of that team. I think Mobley obviously didn't get that treatment as he got thrust into a situation which the team vaulted its expectations by acquiring Donovan Mitchell, therefore kind of shifting away from the development of Evan. I don't think it's a case that I still think there's obviously a world in which we will say that Evan Mobley is a better player than Scotty Barnes a few years from now. It's just that Barnes got the head start in the development track.
Yeah, and he just kind of developed in the ways that you want to see Evan develop in. So, yeah, I mean, it's a good matchup. Basketball is almost back. The Raptors are wearing the ugliest uniforms in all of basketball. So,
you don't like the throwbacks?
Those are absolutely disgusting. People think they're cool because Vince Carter wore them, but Vince Carter was cool. The jerseys weren't. So, guys, after the game, we will be potting. By we, I mean Tony and Corey. We're swapping out me for Corey. So the Junkyard Pod afterwards. Catch us on YouTube, or catch us on your podcast app of choice. So yeah, be sure to stick around for that afterwards. But yeah, those jerseys are disgusting. I mean, the purple's bad, the black's bad. It's just the two sides. It's bad.
Yeah, not a great. I mean, I like the jerseys, but it could also just be, the nostalgia talking.
Yeah, I think it's the nostalgia. I mean, it's bad. And then they have those City Edition uniforms. They're bad as well. Anyways, I will stop. We will be watching and talking about the basketball.
Oh, they already implemented the FanDuel TV.
Oh, yeah. Nice screen from Dean.
I thought we were about to get the Mobley.
Oh, there you go, Evan.
If we were about to start with Mobley taking a pull-up three to start the game, I was like, oh no, it's more of the same.
3 shots. That's one way to get your usage up. So you have Evan on Scotty Barnes. That's fun. Ooh. Oh, there you go, Dean. Always there. I would have liked to see him hit Mobley in the corner there. Yeah. Shoot it, Dean.
Oh.
Ooh. We like the shot, Dean. We like that.
The willingness is necessary.
Yes.
Get used to Quigley shooting a lot tonight, especially with all the injuries.
Yeah, Jarrett should have stepped up a little bit. He was kind of laying back to make sure he didn't drive on him, but it's like you have Mobley and Wade back there. Don't be afraid to step up.
Mm-hmm. Oof.
Don't think that's a shooting foul.
Oh,
okay. Right. that was like a 2017 call there. I don't know.
Yeah, they're like his foot raised.
Yeah,
so that was obviously shooting.
That was like the James Harden when he first started grifting call,
mm-hmm. And there was the outrage, and then the refs were like, let's just not fight it. We'll just call it.
Yes, there is a way, Spaceman, to watch it. Yeah, see, it's on the floor. You can watch it through NBA League Pass, but if you're in the Cleveland area, I can hook you up with VIP access, so you'll be able to watch it. So anybody needs access to the stream, let me know. We still have 12 passes to give out today. So let us know in the chat.
Grady Dick looked really good in the preseason, especially in that Boston game. We talked about it on our last stream, but if this Raptors offense is going to kind of get going, then Dick has to kind of take a leap.
All right. Oh, nice offensive rebound. Get it back to... there you go.
We're both disappointed he didn't cut it out to Dean, and then we're like, oh, never mind. Here comes
we just didn't see Evan because it was like, because one of the things is like, I feel like once Darius gets his foot in the paint, once Darius gets his feet in the paint, he never like kicks it out to the corner. So it was like, kick it out to the corner, man. But if you're gonna find someone, Mobley coming in like that, that's what you want to see. And that's
and he drew nice Pirtle in, so that was perfect.
Yeah, nice off ball cut. Oh. Not sure what happened.
Scotty Barnes pull up midi.
Maybe.
Bring it up. Oh. Nice pass.
There you go.
Derpy Guardian's wondering if there is a way to watch.
Well, we already got him. I already got him.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. I'll make the announcements at when I break.
Yeah.
Like now, guys, if anyone's watching, so you can watch through NBA League Pass login. If you log in through NBA League Pass, but if you're in the Cleveland area, you cannot do that. We do have 10 more VIP things to give out, which would allow you to watch it even if you are in the Cleveland area. And if you need one, say something in the chat. And again, if you're watching on YouTube, come back to playback. You can come over to playback.tv/fearthesword and you can watch the stream with us here. And if you're watching it on playback, you will be able to actually see the game as well. So that is my disclaimer.
If you ask about it, Jackson will contact you during the breaks.
Yeah, well, got to focus on the games. These games count.
They do now.
They do
Bruce
now.
Brown, looking fresh. Nice. Classic Mitchell look right there. Sidestep.
The pull-up three is always there, yeah. See, that was a good active hands by Darius there.
Darius boxing with Ozzy. Oh my God, Scotty Barnes. Not the best matchup you love to see. Oh.
It's always a physical game.
Yep.
You like that? Darius has been aggressive so far.
Mm-hmm. I don't know why you said it. I just got the Kirk Cousins reference in my head. Barnes is really making the most of these mismatches onto guards.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's something I think you're okay with how much help you have behind, if he's on Darius or if he's on Donovan, with how much help you have on the back line, you can be really aggressive there. And we saw that with like Donovan. He wasn't scared to like give ground.
Yeah. If the shot selection for Barnes turns into him doing a lot of turnaround jumpers off of the box out, then that's ideal for us because you don't want him driving. He's a very good contact.
They're trying to do some screens there. You saw quickly set a screen on Allen's guy and tried to get Allen switched on, and he did, and was able to get that nice back cut. So that's something to keep watching for as this game goes on, things like that. That's turning into the game that you were predicting it would, and the game that is every time they play the Raptors, where it just seems like it's always a rock fight for some reason. Not for some reason. That's just how the Raptors play.
Regardless if it was Nurse coaching or even in the new regime, it's just something about Toronto basketball just equates to physical play.
Well, they have a bunch of rangy guys who are playing like up a position or down a position, and not necessarily the most skilled player. So you kind of have to like, make do with what you have. Ooh. Review that. Dean didn't foul. That was a really good contest there. That wasn't a foul. Yes, we got you.
Let's see.
All right. If you need access, let me know. We still have 10 more available. So let us know in the chat.
I'm honestly very surprised Brad flew out for this game. To be honest.
Well, yeah, I think he's doing like all the games now, or at least like 90% of them.
Oh no.
So yeah, so he's gonna be there.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, well, that's why we're here.
That's true.
Kickball. I think that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, this is honestly like not a great result, but you kind of want Mobley to go through this, and you want him to go through this and keep doing it. Like, keep bringing the ball up the court, keep being comfortable dribbling.
You don't want his only situations where he's comfortable to be where he's not being pressed off the inbound, because then how is that beneficial for anyone? Oh. Yep.
Save that. It's just such a rock fight that it's like, it feels like all the foul calls are like arbitrary, because it's like, guys are being pushed every play,
Yeah, it's kind of like,
why was that pushed by Garland worthy of a foul while some of the other ones weren't? I don't know. It's fine.
It's like you got to blow the whistle enough to where you're reminded that there are rules, but you can't do it every time, or else the game would be in the first quarter until like 8:30.
Yeah. So anyways, it's turning into the game that we thought it would be. You've seen some good things from Evan Mobley. You like that. You've seen Darius be aggressive. You've seen, Dean had a chance to take a shot, and he did take a shot. So you like that. Donovan's been aggressive. You haven't seen the Jared Allen on the offensive side of the ball really have a big impact, but, we'll see how things go.
No, because I feel like it's the one matchup where it's as close to evenly matched that the Raptors can provide right now, especially off the roll. I mean, they're not really having situations where Jakob Poeltl is going to get forced into a mismatch. They're kind of keeping both of them in spots where they're able to readjust.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the birth of a Raptor. Nice.
Yeah, didn't you see that? Didn't you see that lovely video?
Yeah. So that he's been in that egg
back
the
to
whole
95.
time.
Yeah.
I always when you go live to these and they do the t-shirt toss, if you're in that second row up top, you're never getting one of these.
I just don't understand why people are so obsessed with t-shirts. It just doesn't really make sense to me, honestly.
Same.
Because
they're like the Cavs playoff one.
Yeah, but at least that's right. But like catching it in the stands and it's only throwing it to people who have spent like hundreds of dollars for tickets.
They're within the vicinity. Yeah.
Right. Like he just tossed it to somebody in like the third row. Like
that was a child, and it was supposed to be a sentimental moment. All right.
Anyways, I don't know. It's an XL. The Pistons are up on the Pacers. That is, that's news to me. It's because they have an offensive-minded coach now, so they're able to keep up with teams like the Pacers.
Offense on offense. JB is going to unlock Jalen Duren in ways that Duren didn't even know was possible.
It's possible. Who can say?
JB. How many times has Donovan given this?
He's given versions of the speech. One of the things that Donovan does is he's like unprompted. He'll like unpromptedly give this speech.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I asked him like a question about analytics, and he mentioned something about analytics, and then he was like, "It's all about Evan being aggressive," and I was like, "All right." It was a great quote, but I was like, it wasn't really what I was asking. But that's fine.
But thank you.
All right, so we got Sam, Dean, Jarrett, Darius, and Karis.
Oh, nice hands, Dean.
Look at those active hands by my guy, Dean Wade.
Darius is not finding a lot when Pirtle sinks back in.
You know, we want as many threes as possible from Darius. I don't know about that one.
Yep. It seems like once he gets to the rack and he draws the second defender, there should be an outlet, and he just peels back, and it feels like the offense is just resetting. Is it time to freak out? The Raptors are in the 99th percentile for free throw rate.
Well, I mean,
it's time to freak out. It's over.
You cannot look at cleaning the glass until at least halftime. Everyone knows this.
No, I look in the first two possessions, and it determines how I feel about the game.
That's fine. That makes sense. But you know, they've been getting to the line.
Yeah. I mean, the Raptors are doing what they got to do. We're kind of veering away from the glass at this point. But the opportunities haven't been there either. So better than forcing it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Ooh, we like that. One of the things is that's a good shot. He's really good with those. What was it, like one of the best percentages in the league with the step back threes? But you do want to see him get easier looks than that, ideally.
He shouldn't have to work through like 4 dribble combos to get to there.
Yeah. But
I also want to see more of this off-ball Darius that we kind of saw in the preseason.
Yeah.
It still feels like a bulk of his looks are coming off of him generating the look, than others kind of doing it for him.
Yeah. But it's also a lineup that is not
gonna operate with that.
Yeah. So, but you'd like to see that.
Yeah, I meant more like early in the game when you have like Donovan out on the floor. I don't know if I see Merrill and LeVert giving Darius those looks.
Yeah, we'll see.
So this must mean that they're gonna roll Mitchell and Mobley together.
Ooh, that's a nice pass out from the.
Oh,
like that. That's the type of pass I want to see Darius make, where he's getting inside and then kicking it to the corner.
Boucher.
Somebody missed the rotation there.
Boucher is such a 2K backup center where you just use him and you're like, yes, a center that will spread the floor in the 4 minutes I play him.
You did call that. So good for you, man.
Thanks, man. If only I used my FanDuel app to make money off it.
Well, we are not sponsored by FanDuel. No free ads here, Corey.
I use my illegal bookie instead of
there you go. We
illegal
like
sportsbook.
Hey, Darius.
He just trusted Dean so much off that last possession.
Yeah, I mean, that was... Ooh, that was a nice drive. Picking up Darius. They're picking up Darius 90 feet, making somebody else actually dribble the ball.
They've been using Okchai primarily as their press defender.
You hit it, Sam.
Yep.
Boom.
We're so back. We never
so
left,
back.
but we never left. I don't know if I feel like Agbaji is going to be a player we look back on and regret not having. It's taken him a while to kind of even find his groove. I'm glad that he's playing better in Toronto because we obviously don't want players to just fail out of the league. But Agbaji, I feel like, is still kind of trying to figure out how to kind of be a impact player in the league still.
Yeah, I think that's fair. All right, Darius is out. Looks like Donovan's back in. Yeah.
Yep. And Niang time. Tony, grab the clip camera. We all know Tony's Twitter is
interesting.
Light up.
Isaac hasn't played yet.
Yeah.
So that is interesting.
No Jalen Tyson? That's crazy.
No Jalen Tyson.
I thought he would have been the first sub.
I mean, if there was going to be a Jalen Tyson game, this seems like a Jalen Tyson game. You know, switchable guys out there. You needed some extra rebounding. I don't know.
I don't know if Tyson would handle the physicality of this team very well. He's someone who I feel like just isn't used to kind of getting met right off ball. In college, he just kind of operated his own game.
Sam Merrill got Sam Merrilled.
Wow. Young Gravy just shooting threes over there.
Nice take. What's going on here?
They're calling it T for Mitchell.
I just don't know what's happening.
I think the ref might have given a technical for Mitchell, like
I don't know,
saying he should have got the foul. I don't
know.
We'll
find out. We'll find out when we get back. You know.
Yeah. I think even though we're obviously still down, I think the offense is kind of settling in more. We're kind of seeing a lot more of that spread shooting that the team was trying to get through, but obviously the starting lineup for the Raptors was pretty physical off the jump and wasn't really allowing for that movement. But obviously, as rotations come in and out, they're going to find cracks. This team isn't that deep, honestly. It's full, like as Jackson's saying, a bunch of niche players to where there's going to be some combinations that I don't think even Raptors fans are going to be that happy to see share the floor together.
One thing is that it's just a very different look than what the Cavs have been getting in training camp and stuff like that. So it kind of, the Raptors expose different problems than what you can kind of simulate in practice with what the Cavs are working with. So I think there's like a little adjustment period, but I think the Cavs are going to, you know, they are the more talented team. I think you've seen that show through in spurts, you know. But we'll see. One thing I do want to say is, guys, if you were watching on playback and you are in the Cleveland area and need access to see the game along with us, please let us know in the chat. If you are on YouTube and you want to watch the game along with us and not just our faces, come over to playback.tv/fearthesword. You can watch it over here by logging into your league pass, or if you're in the Cleveland area, we can hook you up with access to watch. And we have 10 more passes to give out. So if you need one, let us know.
We're itching to give them away.
Yeah, I feel like I'm like a baseball announcer, like a radio
selling season
announcer.
Tickets.
No, like a baseball like radio announcer where you gotta like every couple of minutes you gotta be like, you know, it's the top of the third inning. You know, the score is 2-1. So and so's on the mound. So and so's at the plate. You know, like
pushing
doing the reset.
The like web content being like the behind the scenes of the season brought to you by Safe Light. I don't know.
No.
Yeah, I thought the over under for this game was honestly kind of crazy. I think when I saw before tip, it was like at 236. I'm like, have they not watched these games before? Because they never go over. Oh, that's what it was. Awesome.
You don't see that called often.
No. But this is like in the beginning of the season where the whistles.
First sideline out of bounds in the Kenny Atkinson era. Ends with a Niang 3. We like that. Some good off-ball movement. Good cut by Merrill. Good throw. I think there was a back screen there.
Yeah.
So, looks good. Ooh. What?
I was going to say that.
I mean, it doesn't. Unlucky. You can't. I mean, it didn't look like Mobley knocked it out of his hands. Like, it has to be like something.
Davion Mitchell. Another one of those players where it's like, oh, he's not on the Kings anymore?
He is not. He's still wearing purple, though, but much worse purple uniforms.
That's temporary, though. I don't know why I said temporary like that. We're just going to move on from that.
Thing is, they need to, if you're going to wear the purple uniforms, you got to update the court.
Yeah, that's weird. Usually they do for
that's what I'm
the
saying.
throwbacks. Maybe Toronto.
And it probably looks like they're, because everyone does like the city edition court.
Mm-hmm.
It would look similar because they're using that stupid Raptor as the city edition uniform too. That was the game the Cavs scored like 80 in the first half. That was a fun game. That was the Jetty Cavaliers game. So shout out to Jetty, gone but not forgotten.
I almost wore my last Jetty t-shirt. Well,
I wore that for the first.
That's why I was I'm like,
Tony.
Maybe Jackson would wear it again, and then we're just wearing dual t-shirts.
Well, I don't know where that's at in the wash process. I was out of town over the weekend, so you never throws off the wash process. Anyways, back to the game.
You don't want to go into your clothes washing regimen?
Yeah, well, it's not like a high priority item, I would say.
Wow. All right, dude.
Don't
tell me you love Jetty ever again.
I mean,
If it was the last Dean Wade shirt, I somehow think it would have appeared for this cycle.
Work clothes are a higher priority, Corey, than t-shirts.
All right.
So that's what I'm referring to.
I really like Jamal Shed at Houston. He's a very good physical guard, but it feels like it's a redundancy between him and Davion Mitchell, honestly.
Well, I mean, they're kind of built off of redundancies, yeah?
Yeah,
that's kind of what they want. They want to be interchangeable where it's like everyone's plug and play. So that's kind of their thing.
But it's almost like they have a bunch of the same archetype and they're kind of just hoping one of them hits. And they're still waiting to find out which one has hit of the group.
If Scotty Barnes hits and then if RJ Barrett is a better version than he's ever shown, maybe, I don't know. That was a good double there.
Yep. I was going to say, Niang is always eager to be a part of the double. He's like, I don't have to do face-up defense. Great. Let me just sprint over.
That was some nice rotations. Good screen by Niang. Got the mismatch.
Oh.
Got it. He did get it, though. I was going to say, he did get it to Evan. It wasn't.
Karras loves that backflip pass.
All right. We got a baseline out of bounds.
The first one went well, so we'll see how this one goes.
I called it a sideline out of bounds, and that was a baseline out of bounds. All right.
Nice.
That was a nice pass.
That
looked good.
Too crazy.
Niang should have taken that first one. He had the window. That was a nice feed by Mobley there. Good recovery, and then got blown by. He got through the screen. Sam got through the screen, but then did not stay after.
They really want Mobley bringing this up. I like it.
Yeah, I like it. Well, yeah, we have a little inverted screen there. Swing.
Barnes on.
Oh, take that again.
Yes.
Oh, we like that. Dan, you're spoiling it in the chat. You're always like a second too soon.
What do you have, fiber optic over there?
Maybe. Probably watching on like real cable. We love you, Dan.
Dan, longtime fan. Me of you. A cable subscription. Wow.
That's what I'm saying. Cable's fast.
It's just ridiculously expensive. Was that Boucher? Long time, first time. Classic radio. Long time call or long time fan, first time caller. Yeah, that was Boucher. He already hit his 2 threes.
Yeah, there you go. That's the second foul he's drawn with a jump shot. First one, that's a shooting foul.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the foul.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he did, that wasn't straight up and down.
He also just walked like right into him.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, Karras, love to see it. Two
I
deep
don't
safety coverage.
I don't know if that like putting your body on the line was really worth it there for the 0.6 seconds.
Karras just wants to make an impact wherever he can. He's selfless.
All right, time to pull up the box score because I feel like you lose the box score when you're like watching it here. But if you have the box score pulled up, feel free to start reading. Just want to say for people who are watching on playback, if you need to see the TV, need to see the game, let us know. We can hook you up with VIP access. If you're watching on YouTube and you want to watch the game with us, head over to playback.tv/Fear the Sword, and you can watch the game as well.
Currently pulling up the score.
All right. Game book. Let's see what we
Hashtag free Isaac Okoro.
Listen, that's Tony, they're winning. What are you
Tony,
if you have right now, Tony, if you have something to say, why don't you come on? You have the access permissions to just jump on. Say what you need to say.
The fans would love it.
The fans would love it. There are dozens of us.
Would also love it.
See, this is, Tony, what you're feeling now is what I felt with Sam Merrill and Jetty Osman for years. So, yeah.
Was that a custom order mug?
No, they gave it out at a Cavs game. I missed the Cavs game, so I had to go. I bought it on eBay.
No shame. I bought my last Jetty shirt on eBay.
I was at the last Jetty game. He didn't play that game because that was his rookie year. Anyways, all right. So we got box scores. We have Dean Wade 3 points, Evan Mobley 7 points, Jared Allen 4 points, Donovan Mitchell 8, Darius 3, Sam Merrill with 5, Niang with 3. Evan Mobley has taken 7 shots. Remember, 3 of those shots were taken on the first possession of the game. Dean has only taken 2 shots. Dean, we want to see a little more.
Mitchell and Garland both took 5.
Yeah. Assists. Darius has 3 assists. Karras has 2. Sam has 1 on that nice baseline out of bounds that went to Niang.
Rebounding king on the roster, Dean Wade.
Dean Wade. I mean, yeah.
Couldn't see Max Strus do that. All right.
There's Isaac Okoro. Are you happy, Tony? You know.
Someone needed to stop Boucher. They understood the assignment. That was good help defense. A good rotation by Niang.
Mobley was everywhere on that play.
I'm just saying, Niang understood.
Oh, good pass. This is an absolute bullet. Good hands by Mobley to catch that.
Mm-hmm. It's funny. That was probably the hardest pass he got all day, and it was the one he didn't bobble.
That's not a block. It's a charge. Are you insane?
Are you not aware of what this man can do?
Oh, he dribbled it off his leg. They in that 2-3 zone.
Looks like it.
I hate that zone. I feel like they go into it when they've been going into it with like Niang on the floor, which I get it, but it's just not good. Nice take. That's what you want to see. Just keep taking the ball, make them stop you, make somebody on the Raptors step up and do something. They cannot.
I get I think the reason they're also doing is because, I mean, we
Nice
can have an
hands.
honest conversation and say that having Merrill and Niang on the floor at the same time is not ideal defensively.
Yeah, I get that. I mean,
I think it's kind of weird to have a Koro on that, though.
Sam.
He doesn't have like a reach to where I think it would be beneficial for a Koro in zone. He's definitely more of a man-to-man defender.
All right. If Sam Merrill keeps it up at this pace, is he the sixth man of the year? Please sound off in the chat.
I think he's already reached Joe Harris level. So now let's see in the remainder of the second quarter if he can get to Kyle Korver.
The streets are saying. The streets are saying.
Is there anything, Jackson, that has surprised you through this part of the game?
I'm surprised that Sam Merrill doesn't have 15 points.
All right.
No,
well, that's very on brand.
One of the things that I am actually surprised, I'm kind of surprised. I'm surprised with that Allen hasn't been able to establish himself on offense. He had a really good preseason, especially when both starters were playing. So I think that's something that I would say. What about you?
I think we went into this game thinking that Mobley was they were gonna make an emphasis on him, but he is like the main emphasis of this offense right now. Like it feels like they're just trying to go through him primarily when he's on the floor. Otherwise, the offense kind of looks the way we've been expecting. But like Mobley having pretty much the offense at his fingertips right now. Mitchell's kind of playing the Robin in this situation more times than not.
Yeah, I wonder. It seems like they're doing. I don't know what the Raptors are doing, but it seems like they're doing like a homecoming of sorts.
Mm-hmm.
Like
for the 95 team or something.
Wouldn't you want to do this against like Charlotte or something? You know, like the Raptors aren't a good team. You know, it's always more fun to do these things.
But expectations can't get set in before opening night.
Is this the Vince Carter jersey retirement, or are they doing that later? Because I know they're doing that this year.
I thought it seems later.
Like, yeah, I thought so too. But I thought I saw him at the game.
Oh, maybe.
But maybe he's coming back to Canada twice. But I was gonna say, they put the CN Towers lit up purple. Wow, love that.
Your favorite shade of purple too.
I mean, it's not the shade of purple that's the problem. It's just that it's there. But, you know, if you were doing the retirement, you think you could pick one of the 95 teams that, you know, Vince Carter actually played for, you know, to go against. So, but whatever.
No.
You know, the Cavs, they've had their fair share of washed up superstars, but Vince Carter never made his way over.
Never got to don the white and gold or yellow. Oh, my God. Wine and gold.
There you go.
Yep. That's all you needed to stop him. A man of equal height.
Yeah. Do you think they're going to the 2-3 zone because of Isaac Okoro's out there, you know, his defensive liability?
Yeah, I think Kenny's
good cut.
When you have an offensive juggernaut
like that
Okoro.
cut. I think, even though that did not end with a good, I mean, it didn't end with a make. You like that cut by Isaac, even though it didn't lead to a attempt at the rim. It caused the whole defense to shift, and you got a pretty clean look from Sam. Not really a good, you know, wasn't particularly close, but you know, that's what you kind of want to see from Isaac. Yeah, you know,
Merrill's not someone that will shy away from a movement shot, you know.
Yeah, right. Sideline out of bounds.
Draw it up for Okoro right here. Say welcome back.
Seemed like they
hard screen on Dick.
Down.
Yep. I think he moved on his pick. There was a little bit of a hip sway on that.
Good for Evan for staying through the contact. If it's on Evan or
I think it's on Okoro.
Oh, never
set a pretty hard pick on Grady.
See, this is why Isaac wasn't playing. Where's Tony now?
Tony, I need you.
That's a nice recovery there from Isaac. Good rotation.
just shoved off Merrill, said, no, thanks. I got this.
It's
When you
just
get to work. Oh,
he can get such a head of steam when he's like that. It's so hard to stop the ball on somebody who is as physically like gifted as Evan. And when he has that head of steam, it's like he can just bully guys in the post. That's so much better than when they try to like feed it down to him with like a pass or something when he doesn't have any momentum. When he has that momentum, he's just such a different player.
And he's going to be more agile than the matchup he has when coming up the floor every time.
Yeah.
He's quick on his feet, and I feel like they didn't really use that a lot. Like we were saying on our last pod, it was mostly just off the roll, and you can't, like you're saying, you can't have a lot of momentum in that type of situation.
No. Yeah.
Just got to diversify his looks of attack.
Diversify. Yeah.
Do you not like the use of diversify back there?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was a miscommunication there.
And Quigley is going to take that every time.
Don't set a screen. Donovan's so good. Now if him and Sam could just communicate better. Yeah, that's a moving screen. What? They keep calling. Is that his third foul?
Yep.
Tell him, Brad.
When Brad's complaining about the call.
He was saying that Boucher is a shooter, not a defender. Ty Jerome time.
Tony has never been happier.
Yeah, Pirtle's in the paint for like 19 seconds.
Yes, Mobley. Smother him.
Yeah, I mean, what was the thought process there?
The clock was running out. Didn't really love where he was. It was like, guess I got to turn around.
Well, he had, who was it? Pirtle. Yeah, he had the mismatch with Isaac. Quickly.
That's not how Quigley works.
I mean, Mobley's not a mismatch. Like, he's been in the league this is his fourth year. Like, guards need to know this. This is not a mismatch. All right, you got Mobley in the corner.
Don't need it.
Don't need it. Yeah.
Yep. Mobley
nice screen. There you go.
Is this the season that Mobley takes the leap as a screener? Don't get too excited.
I mean, he can't be worse, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, a leap could be a small jump.
Yeah. I mean, make that 14. Don't worry, guys. Dean's back.
I can breathe again.
Celebrating the 30th anniversary of Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. These refs are very on top of it with these little violations. You had the inbounding one, which usually you're just going to let that one go.
It's like Mark Davis too, I think. So it's not like it's a new crew or anything.
They sometimes do those points of emphasis anyways.
It's also so early in the season. It'll definitely loosen up. Nice.
Yeah, so they went back to man now that you have Dean in there. I like this is the first time we're getting some Dean and Okoro minutes. Last year, those were really good when they had Dean and Wade on the floor. Like, just teams could not score. Really
Wow.
nice take by Dick there.
Oh, and here we go. Nice.
You gotta with Evan. You gotta stop the ball. You can't let him get a.
He's just trailing.
Once he gets like ahead of steam, it's like you're not stopping him if he gets like an 80-foot head start. Great stuff.
Can literally
Nice
just
switch.
Euro past you.
Yeah, you don't want to give that to Dean. Not a foul. Didn't see it.
Jerome should take one for the team and say it was on him.
Yeah, do the hand wave.
Just be like, sorry, guys. Whoop.
Good body control to get out of the way of Dick's chest there. Could have easily been a charge if, he doesn't have the awareness. And that's kind of one of the things is that Mobley has really good, like, spatial awareness. Control. Yeah, he has a very good applied athleticism.
Yeah, there's some bigs where the minute they get some steam going, it's like a bull in a china shop, and they're just taking whoever's in front of them. Mobley has the agility to kind of bend around.
Ball don't lie. Yeah, ball don't lie, Derby. I got a high screen from Dean.
Pop, no. Oh.
Yeah, I mean it's tough to have to rely on. You have to survive the minutes on offense when Mobley's not out there. Donovan's good, but he's not the offensive player Evan Mobley is,
I don't know. Is he capable of carrying an offense?
I don't know, man. I don't have anything in my mind that makes me think he can. I'm clearly joking.
No, you don't, Jackson. This is the place that you can just let those takes rip. It's fine.
That is true.
Dan won't judge you. I don't know about Derpy, but
ooh.
All right, hack a Jakob. I guess we're going for it. Was Pirtle re-signed after the Allen extension, or was it before?
I have no idea.
I'm just wondering if they saw the Jared Allen extension and then went, "Oh, that's what we had to do." All right.
Maybe I don't know. I'm not a huge Pirtle fan. He's fine.
Well, clearly Toronto is. They view their core as
Ken Ganley-Kia. We're back.
How many does she have?
What commercials?
No, every season I feel like they expand and they get another dealership.
Oh, yeah, like the 12 dealers, 13, yeah.
Well, then it was now in Medina and Mentor.
Now in Medina and Mentor. That's something to track.
I honestly love those ads. Lets me know we're back.
It does let you know. Shoot it, Dean. Dean, at least you shot it. I like the aggressiveness.
My feed cut when did he make it?
No. No.
I was joking. I was hoping you would say yes.
Oh. Nice cut. Not a great pass. Get that weak stuff out of here.
This is now Horford, buddy. You're gonna have to try a little harder for that.
He did kind of go through him there, so if they called a foul, yeah, he did go through him. So yeah,
dude, that's why you pay Darko the big bucks.
I get that. I mean, he went through his back and then got the ball. I like it though.
Yeah, if you see it, you call it.
Yeah,
doesn't matter if it's a menial foul at the end of the day, probably.
Yeah. All right. If you are watching on playback and you need a stream, let us know. If you're watching on YouTube, feel free to come join us at playback.tv/fearthesword, where you can see the game as well as seeing our faces. after the game, Corey and Tony are going to be doing a Junkyard Pod. So be sure to check that out whenever it is available.
Jackson, your thoughts on the game so far? Rudy wants to know.
My thoughts on the game. I think this season is going to be all about Evan Mobley. Evan Mobley has been phenomenal. So as long as Evan Mobley keeps being phenomenal, then you really like the Cavs' chances. And I think the ways he's been aggressive have been really good. He's only taken 2 threes. I thought both threes, he did a good job of pulling it when in the past he might have, dribbled it or tried to, pass it to somebody else. So I think you're seeing the progression that you want to see from Evan, and that's really all that matters. I don't know if this is a great Allen game. I don't know if this is a great Darius game, but that's okay. Dean Wade -6. Tony, who asked you?
Yeah, Tony, what happened to doing the clips?
Yeah. He just wants to be here, but I don't know. Who knows what Tony's doing? But I think it's been a good game. I think Dean Wade has been phenomenal. Sometimes, small sample size. I think that's what we're seeing here. No challenge. All right.
You learned something.
Oh, yeah, you can't challenge to something that isn't a foul. Yeah, that makes sense. Really, if he didn't miss those 2 shots in the beginning, he's like 6 of 8.
6 for 8.
Yeah.
The discourse would be completely different. Right now,
Completely
he's
different.
like, he'd be all right. But if he didn't miss those 2 putbacks, watch out. Oh, yeah. Gary Trent Jr.
Why would we need to take a look at that, guys?
Let's go think of the good times.
Yeah. Oh,
look at Lamar.
Yeah, I think Jarrett rushed that little mid-range shot. I like him taking those shots. I like him to kind of taking it when he has like a second to breathe. Like he doesn't need to like take it, as quickly as he did there, because teams are gonna be okay giving that up. So
I think the general league consensus is still that Jared Allen is most effective at the rim, so they're going to be much happier with him taking the lower percentage shot.
So you don't need to rush.
So take advantage.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, they're using Okoro as a screener. Let's see how this goes.
Oh, nice.
There you go.
That was a great feed by Jerome. Somewhere Tony is fist pumping.
That's why they're happy to, give up that, mid-range shot to Allen.
Also, shout out to the ticker doing a LeBron and Bronny update along with the scores.
Oh, I didn't see that because they have our faces over the ticker.
Oh,
what did it say? Did it say they played like 3 minutes?
They said it was a magical 3 minutes that you'll never forget.
It was pretty magical. It would have been magical if Bronny hit that shot.
It would have been way worse if he airballed that shot.
That shot
At least he hit
so
rim.
Good. Shoot it, Dean. Okay.
All right, Jerome's unlocked.
Didn't see that. Didn't see that coming. The September MVP has entered the chat.
Who do you think was the Raptors' September MVP?
I don't know how the Cavs got the ball back.
Oh. Allen literally just ripped it.
Fourth foul on Darius.
Darius is dishing all the violence he received.
What's worse, 3 fouls on Sam or 4 fouls on Darius? It's really a toss-up.
Kenny's gonna have to figure out which one is gonna be the one heading out to start the game. Oof.
Yeah, you can't leave him out there with 4 fouls.
But Ty Jerome is clearly killing it.
All right, so we got Karras now. Wade, Allen, Karras, Jerome. Mitchell.
Yes.
Yep.
The Raptors decided to scrap being the 7/8 seed and build from the ground up.
We're like the 10th seed, but 9th seed.
They gave up the play-in dream and decided it's time to find a difference maker like Grady Dick.
Yeah, this is some of these fouls. It's such a physical game that it's like, I don't know. Let the boys play.
They're men today. Oh, yeah.
Oh! Ty Jerome.
The full entree. That's a good one.
It's a Brad. Nobody boxed out the shooter. You got to box out the shooter, guys. Nobody boxed out there, too. It's okay. Wade's there. Oh, nice pass.
Yep.
Oh. Dean Wade with a steal. Boom.
Oh, my God.
It's a backbreaker.
This is going to kill the Vince Carter night.
Tony, what's Dean Wade's plus minus now? Yeah.
Dude, this defense is smothering. And
who was that too?
I think he didn't think Jerome was going to move to the corner.
I just like Karras was like nowhere near that pass, and it certainly wasn't the Wade. Are we witnessing the first Cavaliers of the year? I think so. 11-1 run. That's a Cavaliers.
Yeah.
Or at least that's like a Cavaliers warning. It's like, guys, get off the mountain. Things are not.
Then the mountain's trembling.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Here we go. Now here comes Mobley trailing off camera.
Oh.
I just got so accustomed to it that I thought Mobley was just going to keep going.
Yeah. I think he was right. I think he was right to stay out. I mean, I think Kenny is trying to make sure that, he's trying to stop, a global catastrophe here by taking Dean Wade out. He doesn't want people harmed in a Cavaliers. So,
yeah.
There's something to keep in mind. Maybe because Kenny speaks French, he has a soft spot for, Canadians.
If so, that's tragic. You should know where your loyalty is now.
I'm just saying that's something to keep an eye on.
It hasn't been something that's slipped my mind.
Yeah. But no, Ty Jerome has honestly played really well. Not something I expected to say at all.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully Tony's not listening.
Don't worry, on the pod, I'll say that Jackson was really not that impressed with Jerome.
Shoot it, Ty. Not impressed. I'm impressed. Are we sure Ty Jerome isn't better than Darius Garland?
Are we going to have the discussion at the half? Jamal Shead.
All right, is Sam Merrill's toughest competition for sixth man of the year going to be Ty Jerome?
Are the Cavs going to have two sixth men of the year candidates?
Only 15 3-pointers. That's not a lot. Just saying.
You take what you get.
Yeah, they're not taking them.
I don't feel like the opportunity, they've like passed up a lot of looks.
Yeah, it's been like a weird transition game. Oh. Was that to Dick?
That was definitely to Grady Dick.
Get him, Evan.
Show him why you deserved that Rookie of the Year.
That should have been a jump.
Yeah.
But Scotty, he waved off like the pick. He said, "Guys, I got this," and then
did
not. He passed it.
Love
out
that
in
hook
his head,
though.
Said, "Give it back." Did a Dion.
He's like, I'm kind of getting smothered right here. What if I just turn around and do a surprise hook?
Oh my goodness!
Oh my God! Do you think? No. What do you got?
Ty Jerome has been phenomenal. Like
they don't hand out MVP of September to nobody.
They don't hand out the MVP of September to nobody. They don't. There's a reason why they call him Mr. September. And
do you remember?
Yeah. Don't wake Ty Jerome up. September has not ended.
Kenny has permanently set his iPhone to showing September. The days just change, but it always stays September.
Oh, look, it's September 24th.
Wait, how is it September 1st again?
Evan Mobley has been absolutely phenomenal. The Cavs are up 18.
This is officially the Cavaliers.
Yeah.
18-4, dude.
That seems good.
Seems all right if you like.
They're trying to, yeah.
You liked Ty Jerome when he lost to the 16 seed?
Cavaliers.
Oh, for the fans.
Ty Jerome. My goodness.
Are you willing to say that Ty Jerome is the sixth man of the year favorite as of now?
I mean, he has to be.
That's tough. I'm sorry for you, Jackson. I know this was not on your bingo card going into this game, that you'd already be giving up the reins of Sam Merrill's sixth man of the year. But the Ty Jerome.
It's okay. Dean Wade's the guy to talk to. Everyone wants to know what he's thinking.
He was crazy.
He was crazy. Look at that. 4 shot attempts. We like that. If he doubles that, that's 8.
Jackson, you're a math wizard.
His defense has been really good. And I wouldn't say he's not lighting up the scoreboard.
Does he need to though right now?
I think he's taking the opportunities he's getting.
There hasn't been a moment in which either of us have commented that he passed up something he definitely should have taken. It's all in the flow.
Yeah, for sure.
I would say the shooting percentage. I don't have the number right in front of me, but I'm going to guess it's like somewhere in the mid 50s. I'll look it up for you right now. 53%, 46 from 3.
What are they shooting, Mr. Clean in the glass? What are they shooting in the restricted area. It has to be like 80%.
My stream was lagging with cleaning the glass, so I had to remove it.
What is the point of? All right, let's go over some box scores. Donovan Mitchell, 15 points. Evan Mobley, 19 points and 6 rebounds. Donovan's a plus 20, by the way. For all the
Seems
haters
right.
and losers out there, Dean Wade is a plus 0, so that means he is treading water. We like that. Yeah, so who else do we have here? Ty Jerome. How does Ty Jerome only have 4 points? It feels like Ty Jerome has like 900 points.
Ty Jerome is checking all the boxes. He doesn't need the points.
4 assists, 1 steal in 9 minutes, 2 of 2 shooting. We like that. We have 7 points from Sam Merrill, leading the way on the bench in points and years. That's something to point out. Yeah, I mean, this has just been Ty's responsible for like 20, exactly. So anyways, it has been a phenomenal game. Basically, Evan Mobley scoring 19 points. That's what you want to see. I wouldn't mind seeing him. Oh, he's also leading the team in shot attempts. You like that as well. He's tied with Donovan Mitchell for 11. It'd be interesting to see how that shot distribution would work if Darius was able to play more than just 10 minutes in that first half. But, I mean, you're seeing what you want. Allen really came alive there in the second quarter. He has 11 points. So you're just getting – this is the team you want to see, where it feels like every lineup they have like just really capable defenders with 2 of Dean, Evan, and Jared out there basically all the time. Like, this is just a good basketball team. Corey, what do you think?
I think that, in the first quarter, it was kind of what we were expecting. It was ugly. I mean, it's also opening tip-off. I don't think teams truly show what they want to show, what they've been practicing in those preseason games. You don't want to kind of show all the tricks. But as the game kind of settled on, we saw the Mobley aggression was continuing, staying together.
Uh-oh.
Oh, my God. Whoa. Hey,
we have a surprise appearance.
Did you guys
Mr.
see
Pesta.
what Ty just did?
We saw it.
Jackson was
take away from
somewhat
this
impressed.
that Darius say goodbye to Darius. It is Ty Jerome starting point guard season.
There we go.
That's the only thing I noticed. I don't know if anyone else is playing very good, but Ty Jerome just completely changed the direction of that game.
How does he only have 4 points and 4 assists?
Like, no, I think the media is trying to silence the Ty Jerome agenda. ESPN is covering up. We all saw it. He has at least 1,000.
Do you think Rich Paul is influencing the scorers table? He's saying no.
Something is going on.
Don't give those points.
We can't speak about it here because playback might take us down too. But
exactly.
I mean, everyone's watching the game. We all saw what Ty Jerome was doing, but the box score it's not reflecting that. And we're just asking questions here.
They know the Ty Hive is ferocious.
Are you concerned that when it's not 70 degrees outside and looking and feeling like September, that Ty Jerome's going to go back to sucking? Is that a concern at all?
I guess it kind of depends on the weather of what city he's in, Toronto a month or two from now isn't going to feel anything like September, but maybe like Charlotte, depending on the weather, you kind of trick him.
So just play Earth, Wind, and Fire on repeat. I mean, just get it feeling comfortable.
So I think they always have that MAC trip to like the West Coast when they're doing the MAC tournament in Cleveland. That's a time to circle for Ty Jerome. Like, could get some warm weather out in like Phoenix, hopefully playing some games in California. That's something.
He's not Mr. Summer. He's Mr. September.
Yeah, but that's kind of September-ish.
We got MVP
I mean, it's always
September.
Nice.
Why not?
He loves foliage.
Why can't he be the MVP of October, December, January, February? Like, come on. He can.
We don't hand out the awards.
Why not Ty?
Everyone watching this game, their main takeaway is, oh my goodness, I can't believe Evan Mobley is like Giannis reincarnated. He's so good. I can't
believe Ty Jerome is ruining Vince Carter night.
And we are here talking about Ty Jerome.
It's in all seriousness, it is a Cavs tradition to ruin ceremonies of the opposing teams. So
yeah, I don't think this is Vince Carter.
They're just doing. They have like a bunch of old Raptors. Yeah. Someone on YouTube asked, "Can anyone tell me if Garland is injured?" I think he just sucks.
No,
no, he's in foul trouble. Yeah, he picked up 4 early fouls. Actually, we're going to talk more about this on the pod, so I don't want to get all my takes off now. I thought Darius was playing okay. He just 4 fouls. It's really limits what you're able to do out there, and he's not shooting the ball too well. So.
One of the things that I admire what he's doing. I don't know if he's doing it well. If that makes sense.
I think that's a good analysis.
Because
he picked up 3 early assists. Like he looked like he was. I tweeted he was, of course, immediately regretted sending the tweet, but he looked like he was playing with a pep in his step. He was kind of bouncing around the floor, like the joy was back.
Yeah. You completely cut out there, so I don't.
Tony
know
sounds like he's in a tunnel. He's probably on the way to Toronto to see the second half of Ty Jerome.
Wait, does it sound that bad?
You like from normal to just like
it just cut out. But one thing I did like with Darius is that we saw him kind of get in the paint and try to spray it out to the perimeter. Those are things that we haven't seen very often, so we like that. I like some of the process. I like the step back 3 he took. I wish he got some easier 3-point attempts, but the process was pretty good. The results.
Yeah, it just felt like those options weren't there once he cut through. There was like 1 or 2 looks. I think we commented on that Dean was maybe open once or twice and he didn't hit him, but most times it wasn't a lot that he could do there.
Yeah, this is what the crowd looks like after a Cavaliers.
Cleared him out.
Well, when your team's getting scraped by Ty Jerome, there's a lot of self-reflection on purchasing the ticket.
Tony, we don't want to take up too much of your time, Tony, because you have to write the Fear the Sword recap.
I'm locked into these. I have to go watch the Ty Jerome first half highlights again. So you guys are doing great. I've been tuning in during the breaks and play. See how you.
What is your biggest takeaway, not Ty Jerome related?
Hey guys, Evan Mobley, the Lisan Al Gaib, he may have arrived. We may have a chosen one on our hands. I'm gonna call Tim Bontemps right after I leave this. Tell him he has to turn on Cavs Raptors immediately.
I'm not a Dune fan. Like, isn't the chosen one like a bad guy? Like, isn't that kind of the thing?
I guess it depends on where your morals stand with using your family's nuclear warheads. It kind of depends on how you feel about that. So, in the case of Evan Mobley. If he wants to, to bomb on some teams, hypothetically, or whatever.
Theoretically.
Metaphorically is the word I'm looking for.
That's Ty Jerome's job.
Yeah.
Right.
But no.
We'll
that is my biggest takeaway is that Mobley has been very good.
All right. Well, thank you.
I'm going to let you two take the stage again. Thanks for having me on, Jackson and Corey. Big fan. First time calling in. So
yeah, always good to talk to a fan. See ya, Tony.
Yeah, hopefully we can talk about Star Wars next time.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far. Dude, I don't know who that guy was, but that dude sucked. Anyway,
let's
talk about some basketball.
I mean, I would love to talk Star Wars with you, Corey.
You don't have to.
Considering your Star Wars like exposure is very, very interesting. They're using the Ocean's 11 in-season tournament commercial again.
Oh yeah, they changed it up slightly, but
they did. Is Darius still in it, or did he get booted?
They completely removed him. No Cavs are in the thing whatsoever. They're not in the NBA tip-off commercial. They're not in the Ocean's 11 in season.
I thought Donovan was in the tip-off commercial.
Oh, maybe in the extended version, but the version I've seen, he's not in it at all. It's like 4 players from what I saw.
No. All right.
But real tough look to have Kawhi be on the tip-off, but not actually be ready for tip-off.
Well, I mean, that's on the marketing team. Like,
is that them guys. Being like, this is the only proof we're going to have that Kawhi actually was on a court this season?
Honestly, I don't understand, because it's not like Kawhi has never like moved the needle. Like nobody's ever been like, dude, I just love watching Kawhi Leonard play. Like even when he was good.
I mean, I feel like people were most behind Kawhi during the Raptors run. I think that was probably when his approval rating was at its highest.
Probably, yeah. I mean, he beat the Warriors. All right. Does anybody in the chat? What is the chat's biggest takeaway? Non-Mobley's Ty Jerome division. See, Spaceman saying that Atkinson seems to be favoring Sam Merrill early on, movement and shooting. Sam was put in the game pretty early. That was definitely something that is noteworthy, because with JB, it would be flipped where Isaac's getting those early minutes and Sam was only kind of coming in, later in like the second quarter. So we'll see if that continues. It could be just matchup based. Dean looks good. I think that Dean is playing like you would want Dean to play. I wouldn't mind seeing him take more shots, but he's not being I feel like he's an active part of the defense. I mean, the offense, like he's not just like a bystander to his own reality out there. Like he's actually playing. So it's good. And I mean, he's getting a bunch of rebounds, playing phenomenal defense. So I like the way the starting lineup looks. I don't think the numbers are going to be great for the starting lineup after the first game, but whatever. I'm the only person who cares about that. I was hoping our 3-point percentage was higher. Maybe that's just me with Kenny coming from the Warriors and all. Yeah, they're not taking a ton of threes, really.
Percentage-wise, though, they're doing great.
Yeah, they're shooting 46, 47%, but only 15 threes. 15 threes is not a lot. Like getting up 30 threes is not really not what you want. I think in like preseason, they were getting up like 46, 47 threes. So
the defense is so different though in preseason, especially with the way the Raptors play defense.
Yeah, especially with the way the Raptors play defense. I think you don't want to be taking threes just for the sake of taking threes. And I don't think they're like turning threes down. I just think that they're getting whatever they want in the paint. So that's kind of the thing. We pull up the cleaning the glass stats to see what their paint numbers are, but it seems like they're just getting whatever they want.
I mean, a bulk of them are coming off the Allen roll or Mobley trailing on possessions. I mean, how many times have we seen Mobley in this half just get what he wants from just you see the possession starting and Mobley just comes in out the back.
Hold on. I am receiving word that Detroit currently has a 124 offensive rating and is winning.
Oh.
So, anyways.
Well, when you surround Cade Cunningham with Tim Hardaway Jr. and Fontecchio.
The Cavs are in the 98th percentile for offensive rating right now, with a 132.7, which is pretty good. One of the things, they're shooting 1 million shots at the rim, and they're making 1 million shots at the rim. The Raptors are shooting 28.6% in the restricted area. They're not getting to the rim at all either. So that's what you want to see. The Cavs aren't shooting any threes during the 6th percentile for 3-point shot volume. But when you're getting to the rim and finishing like the Cavs are, that's okay.
I would like to point out in this JB versus Kenny Atkinson comparison that playing the Pacers helps. They're not exactly the most offensively stout team out there. Ooh, I'd actually argue the Raptors probably play a better version of defense than the Pacers do.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we're debating who's a better offensive coach, but
I would like to debate.
These are fair points to bring up.
Well, when it's gonna be a coach of the year debate between JB and Kenny.
Oh, I like that. I like that soft little cut. Kind of wouldn't have. I like that. I wouldn't have minded seeing him kind of continue cutting to the corner, but Darius moving off ball, that's what you want to see. When he's moving off ball, the defense has to shift with him because he does. Why is DG in the game? That's a great question. Where's Ty Jerome? But yeah, like that soft little cut there, that just opens things up because he just has so much gravity when he's moving off ball. So I like that.
Davion Mitchell. Didn't know that was in your bag.
Oh.
Oh.
That's not fun.
No, that doesn't sound like a time well had.
Oh, yeah, that was bad.
Yeah. That thing where he fell completely on his tailbone. Yeah, I didn't think that looked great.
Oh.
Have you ever experienced a contusion before, Jackson?
A contusion?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Isn't that just like a bruise?
Yeah, it's called being medically accurate, though. All right.
Okay.
Jeez.
Yeah, I've had bruises. But yeah,
would you describe them as fun?
No. Especially like, yeah. Anyways.
Especially anywho.
Baseline out of bounds play. Get this to Evan. See, I don't like possessions like this too much. This is not what I want to see. Doesn't matter. But where he doesn't have his momentum going to the basket, but I like that he kind of stuck with it and was aggressive in what he was trying to do. So it worked out.
It's
great
very
steal,
apparent.
Great steal from Donovan there. And one. He said, "Shut up, I'm Evan freaking Mobley." Yeah, that's true. Is Donovan playing a game within the game trying to score more points than Evan Mobley just to try to make sure the whole conversation isn't about him? Something to consider.
He's already concerned he's losing the team scoring title?
Yeah, maybe.
But he's so selfless.
This is just joking, by the way. Grady Dick just shook Donovan out of his shoes with that little off-ball move there. Good for him. It's a good job crashing the glass by Dean. You like that. That was a good shot by Darius. It's kind of those are the kind of shots that you want.
Yeah, this team has struggled with free throws. I feel like in spurts, the last thing you need is that to kind of rise up again as an issue.
Darius, okay? Keep taking it, Evan. That was a nice pass out. Give it to Evan. Evan has Dick on him. Nice pass. Shoot it, Dean.
Oh, he took it though.
Two great passes. Those potential assists. All right, cook him. The double's coming.
They got it.
Oh,
hockey assist.
I feel like Evan had such a good possession there. Yes, it is too early to worry about Darius. Ooh, everyone okay? All right.
That was a wild sequence. Yeah, the Cavs have really come out aggressive and fast in this. I mean, it's created some hectic sequences like we've been saying, but overall, you like what we're seeing out of the half. They're not complacent with where they're at.
Oh, yeah. Brad talking about food again.
Speaking of the full entree.
It completely derailed him when he started talking about food. Yeah, you'd like to see the Cavs develop more of a rhythm, especially with the starting unit together. It feels like they haven't spent a ton of time on the court together with Darius's like foul trouble and stuff, but a good start to the half. Pretty cool to see another father-son duo on the court tonight, Mobley and Barnes. Yeah, that is pretty good.
How come Ken Griffey Jr. didn't come for this game? That's a little messed up.
That's a great question. Maybe it's because it's not, maybe because they have different names. I think it's
not as obvious to the public eye. Got it.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I saw a tweet with a picture of all four of them, 4 guys, 2 names. You just wouldn't have that same thing with Evan and Scotty.
Yeah.
But we seem stronger this year, able to finish more shots that would have come up short last season. Definitely. I think he's also applying his strength a lot better as well. Like you see a lot more going to the basket and being assertive. Like he's like, sometimes it seems like in the past he's been like afraid to like really go through with whatever move he was doing. Today it seems like he's just like going for it. So yeah, he's been phenomenal. I think that sequence where he first passed it out to the corner, they missed a shot. That sequence where he had a couple potential assists, and they ended up not getting a shot at all or not getting a basket at all. I think that was maybe like his best showing with him. Like he's improved. He's shown how good of a passer he is as well. And that's something that's really impressive and something you need to continue to do if he's going to be the focal point of an offense.
Evan Mobley's more aggressive in this game than any game he's been in the past 3 years. I mean, I feel like they're also the system is allowing him to do more as well. I think another issue with Mobley over the past few years is he hasn't really been fed the way that this team is kind of like making it abundantly clear that Evan is going to touch the ball often in this offense. I mean, we're seeing it in a multitude of ways, but it's also something where we can't say that Evan's stagnation is all on him either for the past few years.
One thing I want to say real quick, if anyone's watching on playback and you need a stream, let me know. If you are joining us on YouTube, thank you for joining us there. If you want to watch the game along with us and not just our faces, you can head over to playback.tv/fearthesword. You just have to log in with your NBA League Pass account. And if you don't have one, we can hook you up because we still have about 10 of these passes to give out today. So just wanted to get that out of the way.
Does the NBA bring back high school players allowing to enter the draft just for another chance that Deuce and Jason Tatum can share the floor together?
That's something to definitely consider. Anyways, Celtics blog has one of these if you want to, get in there.
They showed Tatum next to Bronny and LeBron. I felt like it was a good question, but I can see that my questions aren't needed here.
At least those ones aren't. Shoot it. There you go.
Oh, Tony's really pushing me out here. This is tragic for me. Well, guys, It's been a good stream for me.
They have they have a bigger budget too, so something.
I'm not in it for the money, Jackson. I'm in it for the passion.
All right.
Does that make you more impressed or less impressed with me?
We'll see.
Oh. All right, DG might be back. Just kidding. Am I though?
Listen, if you have to say someone's back, then they're not back. Like when someone's back.
You don't know if someone's back unless everyone proclaims it. So then it helps your acknowledgement.
People, I feel like this year people haven't been saying Texas is back as a football team. It's because they're actually like a legit, real powerhouse college football team. In the years past, when they would like accidentally beat somebody, everyone would say Texas is back. And then it's like, no, Texas is not back. And they would lose the following week to like Oklahoma State. So
they would also claim themselves that they're back. I don't know if you remember that linebacker that did it.
Yeah. So that's just what I'm saying. Where like, if we have to say someone's back, then they're not back.
So Ty Jerome's not back. They're saving him for the 4th, so there's closing time.
Yeah, I think it's more so the Cavs have a secret weapon and they don't want to put that much
too much tape.
Yeah, it's like the it's like Bill Belichick, for those great Patriots teams. It's like we don't want to show our formation where we have 8 offensive linemen out there. For our regular season game, we want to save that for the playoffs.
For the listeners of the stream, let it be noted that Jackson is really just a football fan masquerading as a basketball writer.
Listen, it's 83-56. We got to talk about something.
We could talk about why isn't Ty Jerome in?
Listen,
wait,
it's fine. Sam's is
all right.
Jackson
is reinvigorated.
We're back. We're locked back in.
Does that mean we're not back?
Something to think about.
Some food for thought.
Yeah.
No, please, Derpy. I already sound like I don't know what I'm talking about 80% of the time.
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that at the next commercial break.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Karras, he's been back. No one said he's back, so by Jackson's rule of thumb, he's always been back.
He's just here. Karras cannot be back. He's always Karras. Oh. Yeah, that wasn't good.
It's something that I'd like to see less of, if I can speak my truth.
Yeah, you don't necessarily want to see more of it.
Yeah.
They have Niang and Merrill out there, and they were in man.
Oh.
Which is not something they were doing earlier in the game. So, something to consider.
A change of philosophy?
Maybe
our theory was wrong.
They are also up 28. No, 27.
Niang just yelling at the basket.
Is that who was yelling?
I thought he said get out of there.
The Cavs' 3 best players sitting next to each other. You love that kind of chemistry.
That's how you know they're friends off the court. And that's something that I just love.
Oh, Star Wars. So this is where Corey is the most insane person ever. His Star Wars, correct me if I'm wrong, his Star Wars experience is a few Clone Wars episodes, The Mandalorian, The Book of Boba Fett, some episodes of Kenobi.
Yes.
And did you watch Ahsoka or no?
No.
No Ahsoka. Okay, so that's it. No movies, correct?
On a plane, I did watch the first one of the newest trilogy.
So The Force Awakens.
Yes.
So
I'm free for questions.
That's just where it's just like the most random. How have you not seen The Empire Strikes Back? This is insane. Like how are you watching all of them but not, anyways.
Dude, that's insane. As a diehard fan, even I know that's
this is where Corey's Star Wars is yeah. That's why it's just weird. Also, we lost like multiple viewers when we're talking about when we started talking about Star Wars. So that's something to also consider.
I have heard. I've also played the Lego Star Wars games. I am up to the newest one. But I got the newest video game where it had all 9, but I stopped playing as soon as the newest trilogy came on because I'm like, I heard it's bad, so why do I want to play through a video game of a bad series of movies?
Did you really?
Yeah.
I don't think the Lego games are fun.
They were not fun, but it was honestly a quicker way to digest than actually watching the movies.
I mean, I would suggest watching the movies. But yeah, I like the Lego games just aren't, they don't do it for me. Star Wars Outlaws is a phenomenal game. So pick that up, guys.
I think that's kind of a hot take. I feel like people were kind of disappointed with it.
It's like 9 times better than the Fallen Order games. I don't know why people
because people want to pretend it's like a Dark Souls game, but it's just a slasher.
Fallen Order is great. Fallen Order is good, but like Outlaws is 10 times better. Andor's great. Rogue One's great.
I've heard Andor is really good, even if you don't like Star Wars.
Yeah, it's good stuff. All right. Back to this.
Does Jared Allen like Star Wars?
Oh yeah, he likes Star Wars. Yeah, Jared Allen's a big Star Wars guy. I have not talked to him about it. I need to. He talked about like, what was your favorite show that you just watched last year? And he said, Ahsoka. So big Star Wars fan. I would have loved to have seen if Bally could have actually shown what that baseline out of bounds was instead of like a stupid graphic. I don't know how Karras got that wide open dunk, but that would have been cool to see.
I would think with the tape delay that they have, they would be able to kind of fix that on the fly.
I don't know. They do it all the time where they're just showing like, they show all these like reaction shots and stuff, which is fine now. Nobody's playing, but they'll like, somebody will shoot and they'll show a reaction shot for like 10 seconds. And then it's like, they're still playing basketball, guys.
And it's always a slow motion of a 3-second clip of like a Koro being like, that wasn't a foul. And then it's like, oh, by the way, the play's over.
Anyways.
It's not Bally Sports anymore. It's FanDuel TV. All right.
So Andor is great. Kenobi's the best. I don't understand the haters and losers.
It might come back for season 2, I read.
I mean, it's just Ewan McGregor wants to, but that's a separate thing.
As a person who watched the first 3 episodes, I thought it was all right.
Well, you haven't seen the movies.
Anyways, I thought it was good. My R rating is not saying it's bad.
Derpy, I'm sorry that you have bad takes. I'm afraid there's nothing that I can do for you. All right, let's get back to basketball. Yeah, not a great couple minutes of Cavs basketball there. One of the things that's interesting is that they're going with the
Jackson trying to not get triggered by the comment.
Yeah. Going with like the Garland Allen lineups, which the Garland Allen lineups haven't been as good as the Garland Mobley and Mitchell Allen lineups. So I wonder if because it's a game like this, they're just trying to see if they can get those lineups more onto, more in sync. But yeah, just it's tough to yeah.
Dude, you are kind of a poet with it. I feel like you're articulating at a level that I can't even get near.
Are you mocking me?
No, dude. That was poetry.
Seems like you're mocking me.
Jackson.
Anyways.
I would never do that on live streaming.
I can kick you off. You know that, right?
I wouldn't be surprised if you did.
Anyways, yeah, we should see some Ty Jerome minutes. Not Ty Jerome. We will see Ty Jerome minutes, but we should see Jalen Tyson minutes here. Yeah, at some point, right?
Yeah, you You would think so, but
there's no two-way guys, so we're not going to see the debuts of Travers. Okay.
Oh, all right. All right. Good sticking with it by Niang.
Yeah. Do not test Niang. I think Niang's honestly had some pretty good minutes.
Yeah.
I feel like he's been good off ball. He's done what you want him to do. So Derpy, you can do whatever makes you happy. That's what I would say about that. But I'm sure your rankings aren't going to make me happy, if that's what you're asking.
As the bystander of this chat, I will also let you know that Jackson will not be any happier or sadder depending on your ranking. He's very content with his own rankings.
I will be probably more frustrated. But if it makes you feel good, go for it. I mean,
you'll know that you've gotten to Jackson with your ranking if his smirk starts to get a little wider, because it's him trying to hold back the frustration, but in a pleasant way.
Something like that, yeah.
It's usually when I speak on the podcast and I can tell he doesn't agree with me.
Yeah. Darius, nice pass to Jared there. Cavs should crack 100 before the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty safe bet. And the minute that they crack 100, I would also expect the fourth quarter would be when Kenny kind of tries to let Tyson get his legs under him.
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, we'll see if you know what, Derpy, that's fine. I never rank Solo and Rogue One in my rankings because I just feel like they're so different. But I do really like both of them for what it's worth. But I never include them in my rankings.
Me neither.
Well, it's because you haven't seen them.
Jackson, that's the joke, man. All right? You got to let me fly.
# make Solo 2 happen. I love Solo.
Solo is not the one that Donald Glover is in, right? That's Rogue One.
No,
it is?
No. Yeah.
See, I know of stuff.
It's good for you, man. We took my goal for the summer was to get Tony to watch all of the Star Wars, and we went and saw episode 1 in theaters. But then we never got around to getting to the rest of them. We had a good time.
Was it a magical time?
Yeah, we had fun. I had fun. I'll say that.
As the collective we had a great time.
Yeah, you were, the invitation was there for you to come as well, just for the record.
Oh, yes. I'm invited to a decent amount of stuff that I can't attend.
Yeah, well, it seems like a you problem and not a me
problem.
It's
100% a me problem, and I'm the one who has to deal with it. You guys have a great time.
This is what I'm saying about this whole Celtics blog thing. But anyways.
Oh.
See, I'm wearing green. This is, this is for you. And, we've got some green here. But anyways.
Chris Boucher game, might I add. Is he taking the leap?
Big is a relative term. Sam's going to set a screen.
Ooh, get him Karras. Okay. Oh, Karras is cooking.
He said, shout out to DeMar DeRozan. He's doing his DeMar DeRozan
Paying a tribute
today. Yeah.
DeMar should have been here tonight.
He said Vince Carter's the Raptor that they are honoring, but I am here to honor a different one.
Put some respect on the Lowry DeMar era.
I mean, and like the scoreboard kind of also is indicative of that era as well.
Yes. Great call. Do you think the Raptors fans who are there remember those times, or have they tried to move on and switch franchises?
I'm sure they remember.
Kenny is not happy.
Derpy, I don't know how I feel about this list.
Oh, sorry, Derp.
There are things I like. Revenge of the Sith is phenomenal. Empire Strikes Back is great. Love to see love for Return of the Jedi, but I can't take you seriously if you put The Last Jedi 11. So we're not gonna discuss it. You have your opinions. I have my opinions. It is what it is.
Are any of his top ones the newer ones?
The highest one he has is Rogue One.
Yeah. Thank you for clarifying. I just know
Force Awakens. He has that at 7. It looks like so. That's below. I guess that's below average.
Are you higher or lower on the newest trilogy than the consensus?
The Last Jedi is phenomenal. It's like 10 out of 10. Can't get better. The Rise of Skywalker is very bad. That's 9. And 7 is, I think 7 is really good for what it's trying to do. I do not appreciate it. Like, it's not my favorite. I think it's very, it doesn't take risks, but I think it sets up the characters extremely well, which is why, 8 is so good for me. But 9 is pretty bad.
Oof.
It doesn't get worse than 9.
Yang had Garland in the corner. I don't know if I was confident he was going to make that pass. Dude, the Boucher call is getting better by the minute.
That's probably the best, That was some good piece. That was a good analysis.
That's probably the most valuable thing you've said in our tenure together.
I almost said that was your best analysis, but I didn't want to be mean. But that was a good pass.
I know our dynamic. I'm not expecting any compliments of any kind.
That was a great pass from Darius out to the corner there. It's something that I like to see when he's driving. If he can kick it to the corners, it was very easy because for some reason nobody was near Niang. But you want to see more of that, and we're seeing a little bit of that today. So I like the process. The results haven't been great for Darius. That's a great pass there. There you go. That's what you want to see. That pass from Darius, especially like Niang is a good shooter, especially when you get him as like a standstill shooter. So really good stuff there from those back-to-back possessions from Darius and George. That was a great pass.
And it's going to be there. Darius still has enough gravity where defenders are going to crash when he enters the restricted area. So it's just about kind of keeping his options open.
I feel like he gets so predictable when he's driving because he gets like tunnel vision where it's like it's either that floater or like the drop off or a lob. And when you really like getting it to the corner, that's just an extra element that you can add to your game. And, those are really efficient shots, especially for somebody like Niang, who is a phenomenal corner 3-point shooter.
Mm-hmm. The Cavs are full of players that could take advantage of that type of action,
One thing is, Niang was bad last season. I don't think anyone's going to argue that he wasn't. But one of the things that I think made him look worse is that the Cavs never really put him in a position to, like, do what he kind of does best. Like, Niang's a really good screener, especially off ball. They're doing that a lot more. They're getting him a lot. They're like so far today, they're getting him a lot of standstill threes. It seemed like last year he was doing a lot of like ball handling in some ways. Mm-hmm. And so it's like he's been in a better position to like be the best version of himself. And that's what you like to see, because as bad as Niang was, he still has 37% 3-point shooter on high volume, which is really good.
Yeah, Niang's also someone that it seemed like when JB was probably like, we're gonna need some more 3-point volume here, Niang's like done. And it just closed his eyes and was firing away. Him having better selection and getting better opportunities with cleaner looks is going to be something that will make him go from seeming like a waste of a roster like spot to being so valuable, which is what we brought him in for. It's very easy for Niang, if the shots aren't where he needs them to be, to look much worse than he actually is.
I feel like you should lose your ability to challenge if it's a 20-point game.
It's about keeping morale high. You need the players to know you're still with them.
This is the Jeff Van Gundy take.
Yeah.
Like you shouldn't be allowed to challenge if you're a 20-point game. And, you know, I think we can all agree on that.
And this is where like Mark Jackson goes like, man, you're crazy, man. That's a wild take,
now
man.
5 up on Detroit with less than a minute to go in the game. We could actually switch over to that game if we wanted to. We can't do a split screen though.
You can't multi-box? That's tragic.
I don't think you can.
Hey, playback. Good idea. This is why you want Jackson on your staff.
Yeah.
Because we could be doing a Star Wars rewatch while splitting with the game. See, Derpy gets it. Jackson doesn't acknowledge these ideas, but the chat does, and that's what I need to hear.
That's good. I'm glad you're getting the words of affirmation you need from the chat.
It's my love language. All right, dude, come on.
Listen, when I have something to say, I try to do the sandwich method. I try to be nice.
You deliver such sparring words in such a delightful way. It's jarring.
Try. Anyways. How is it only the third quarter?
Time flies when you're having fun.
We haven't seen Ty Jerome since. This is insane.
Why would you, again, unleash your secret weapon when you're up 20?
Oh, Karis LeVert had a string at the end, not the end, like the middle of last year, where he just like was pure cash on every single like end of quarter shot. Glad to see he's picking that up here.
Glad to see that Karis, I'm ready to say it, is back, which means he was never back, but I think he's back. No, Karis definitely had a stretch where we kind of all bought back into Karis, only for him to do in classic Karis fashion, pull the rug out under our feet, being like, you never should have bought back in. You should have just let me be me.
Or was he doing a hype up video? It's always disappointing when they do like that scheduled hype up video when it's like a 25-point game.
The marketing and graphics team is like, wait, we don't need to use this right now. Let's save it for a different time.
I always felt bad for Ahmad when he'd be like at those games, like the Colin Sexton years, and he'd be like, "It's the fourth quarter.
Get on your feet, Cleveland."
Yeah. And it's like, yeah. Like, I know you got to do it, but it's just, maybe you don't have to do that.
I think getting the horns out is a bold move. And the guy who has to crank it for the, like, less than 10,000 people who are there right now.
I think they have a full crowd. I'm guessing the crowd stayed. The Raptors do have good fans.
I wonder what Toronto traffic's like, though.
Toronto traffic's pretty bad.
Have you been to?
But I've yes, I have. I have been to Canada many times. I haven't been there for a game though.
Just for business. Jackson's a professional.
You know.
Crazy train. Wow. At least they showed Jerome.
As they should. He's the star of the show. Can't believe we had, Tony came in, talked about how great of a game Jerome had, and then they said, that's enough.
They're like, that kid
how
is talking
are
again.
we coming back late?
Do we need to see the last 10 seconds of Crazy Train highlights? Probably not.
I just don't understand. They do this all the time. They missed 11 seconds. They didn't miss 1 second.
They probably paid a lot for those too.
Karis, this is Evan Mobley's day. What are you doing? Listen, Karis has been good, but this is a very garbage time Colin Sexton game. Sorry to take a shot at Colin. But it'd be oh yeah, Colin had 22 points on 55-60% shooting. And you're yeah, but the game was over in the second quarter.
All right. Don't look at the quarter by quarter comparison.
I don't know.
It's weird. For some reason, cleaning the glass is eliminating a lot of Colin's attempts. I can't figure out why.
I don't know where they cut it off. That's a separate conversation.
Whose job is it to decide the cutoff?
I don't know, but if you look after the game, immediately after the game and cite something in a story, and then you look in the morning, the number will be different because they reevaluate things, I think.
Yeah, usually I've been on there at times where it says they haven't even determined what garbage time was.
Yeah.
Wow, they're really just keeping Jerome.
Just would have liked to have seen him pass it out to Mobley there. We need to get more 3-point attempts. Only 2 3-point attempts.
Yeah. Atkinson's just watching LeVert getting flashbacks to the Nets teams, being yeah, I knew there was a reason I was so in on you.
Listen, Karis LeVert, I'm not as down on Karis LeVert as some people, but still.
but anyway. No, I think Karis is just you kind of know what you got. You're kind of sick of what he can be because it's not consistent enough to where you're happy.
No, I think here we go. We got some Ty Jerome minutes. They said it was like a pitcher when they had a no hitter going. You can stay until you give up a hit, and they were Karis, you can stay until you miss a shot. As soon as you miss it, giving you the hook. Ty Jerome is back. Everyone, time to lock back in.
Everyone, lean forward wherever you're watching and only pay attention to number 2.
Number 2 on the cat. I still can't believe they let people wear number 2.
Yeah, Colin Sexton wore that number, dude. Come on.
It's true. He did.
He built a legacy that no one else in the past decade could compare to.
It's possible.
Oh.
Buckets.
Oh my God. All right, yank Jerome. It's been a good time. We've had a good night. I just want his stock to be as high as it can be, so Tony can make some profit.
Getting an A+ on the report card.
A++, I dare say. Oh, well, that.
Not going to say he had somebody wide open in the corner.
Do you think the Karis hook applies for Jerome too? Will we just be seeing a quick yank?
It might. I would. I'd consider it.
Well, Sam Merrill would have a pretty long leash on the Cavs.
As he
A++
should.
Just went to a plus.
Oh, take him, Evan.
Oh, and gets the board. Nice.
There you go.
He just wants to make it so his numbers aren't too astronomical with the field goal percentage. He needs to have those putbacks.
Jeez. Hey, I'm humble king.
Dude, Jackson, you got the slang down, man.
Spaceman, just be glad you get good Karras. It's a bonus that makes your life so much easier. That is true. It is a bonus. Karras was out there for a lot of their best play too. So no shots at Karras. Even though I took like 10 shots at Karras. But Corey wanted to take more shots, so
I am offended that you're trying to pin me against Karras. I've been a big Karras defender over the years. I think I'm part of the problem with me is I just feel like I just don't know if it's going to be something that is sustainable for long periods of time. And at that point, maybe we just change it up.
They're shooting 82% from the free throw line.
That's not bad. All right, Matt. We'll
get him, Evan.
Oh, nice pass. Oh, my God.
He's having a good game.
Yeah. He's getting a lot of his opportunities spoon-fed, and he is converting on them, which is no slight to Niang. It's being in the right spots. That's all you want.
That's literally what role players should do.
How many assists does Mobley have right
now? He should have more assists than he does. I think he's passed a couple times to to free throws or to like fouls, and he had a couple.
He has one assist.
He should have 2 assists. I'm guessing they haven't updated the Where do I? He has 3 assists. I think you just haven't updated. Yeah, he has 3 assists.
Or my app just is not doing what it's supposed to do.
Jared Allen has 1 assist. You're probably looking at that.
I swear to God, I wish I could I don't want to be like the grandmother on FaceTime who's shoving her phone at the camera, but it does show for me 1 assist.
I'm sorry that you have outdated technology. There's nothing I can do about it.
Okay. Yes, sir. God, I love the rapport we have.
Okay. I'm just saying.
I was going to say, one just is are they handing out jerseys or shirts still?
I don't know. They're holding jerseys. Are they handing out Kohl's cash?
For Kohl's cash? Oh, man.
No, they don't have. There are no Kohl's in Canada. So not
you can confirm.
Cash. I can confirm.
If you stayed, you get a jersey. That'd be hilarious. Thanks for making it to the 4th, guys. On Vince Carter's not Vince Carter night.
Strus is good. Strus is very good. I think I'd rather have Wade in the starting lineup, but Strus is very good.
I think in terms of fit, it makes more sense.
Well, I think it's just. I think Strus. I feel like Strus's fit in the starting lineup is trying to make the lineup a little more conventional, and I like the idea of saying no. We're going to have a massive front court, and you're just going to have to deal with that. And that's what you should have when you're playing, when you have 3 phenomenal frontline defenders. Let's put them all out there together. So I'm not sure what the defensive numbers are going to be how they're going to shake out when all 3 are on the court. But the Cavs have been an absolutely phenomenal defensive team today.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no.
CPJ sighting. We don't like that.
And Jerome? Oh, no.
And Tristan.
Oh.
They've thrown in the towel.
They've thrown in the towel, but they didn't throw in the Tyson. This is unfortunate. I think we could have done without Jerome. Let a boy rest.
Probably could have done without Isaac.
We don't need to tank the net rating for Jerome by sticking him out with Craig.
It's true.
Yeah, no JT Thor. Pour one out. in street clothes. Oh, nice.
Oh,
good pass though.
No.
Yeah.
At least it wasn't like a spinning step back three.
I think Jerome read all the articles of people being like, I wish he would spread the floor more so defenses had to be more honest. And then he's like, yeah, I can shoot more. I'm not going to practice, but who the Jackson? What are you doing on the floor?
All right, let's calm down. Oh, get him. Bang.
How's it make you feel?
I feel like they went to garbage time earlier than normal. Oh, Tyson's coming in.
Oh.
Jerome plays like such an old man. He has like an old man Y game. Like I feel like he always dribbles with like his back to his guy. He does these little like push shots where he doesn't jump. I don't know.
He plays like a 4-year college player, which I believe he was. Like it's just he's so technical with the way he plays. He's just sound.
Ty Jerome. I still can't believe they gave him Richard Jefferson's jersey. Retire the whole 2016 team's jerseys.
The Cavs will just have a bunch of players in like the 30s, 40s, and 50s.
Yeah. What was Jordan McRae's number? 12. Nobody should wear 12. Get him.
What about DeAndre Liggins?
Boom!
Dude, Tony's going to be unbearable for this pod.
Buckets.
This is going to be...
Just a garbage time merchant.
Garrett Temple sighting. Okoro knows that he's competing for Tyson with rebounds, and he's like, I cannot lose a rebound to someone who could just slot into my spot.
That was a nice pass. Nice pass by Isaac. Nice cut by Craig. Yeah, one thing is, it's a smaller team out there. It looks like you're going with Tyson at the 4. Kenny. 30-point game, Kenny.
John Michael agrees. It doesn't matter. All right.
It doesn't matter. That's what I'm saying.
All right. So what can we take away from this last minute or 5 minutes and 30 seconds?
What can we take away from these last 5 minutes, 30 seconds? I don't know what you can take away from the last 5 minutes, 30 seconds. You'd like to see Tyson do some things, but I don't know what to take away from like anybody else who's on the court for the Cavs right now, what you can make of their last couple minutes.
If Tyson grabs 2 or more rebounds, should he be the starting 3 to next game?
Something to think about.
On the next cup of Cavs, those 3 rebounds were pretty impressive by Tyson. I think that Dean should feel the heat.
Cup of Cavs tomorrow. We're talking about the player of the game, and it's Evan Mobley.
Oh, Ty Jerome.
No. Not Ty Jerome.
All right, dude. I can see.
Well, maybe that could be a Cup of Cavs for Friday.
Cup of Cavs. You see Ty Jerome on Wednesday? It's confirmed. My ESPN app is not doing too hot.
The ESPN app, I don't like it for basketball.
What do you use?
The NBA app.
Oh, all right, dude.
Or just go on the internet.
My computer is kind of struggling. It does sound like it's going to take off.
Well, use your phone.
I am. But my phone is showing me that it's still 8 minutes, 30 seconds in the fourth quarter.
Go to NBA.com. Type in NBA.com in your web browser. Like, what are we doing here? Sorry, that was rude.
Sorry. Anyway,
no, I don't want to get too much into like your final thoughts about the game because I do want you to have something to podcast about. But we can talk about what we want to see. We talked about we want to see Tyson do something. I'd like to see Tyson take a couple threes. Like to see him get rebounds. Those are both things that I think he can do, and you just like to see him do it.
I want to see Tyson more off ball. I think that obviously with the amount of guards they have on the floor in this smaller lineup, that's probably going to happen. But I'm very interested to see if the coaching has kind of changed the way he approaches offense. We saw it in the last half of the summer league. I didn't really see a lot of signs in the preseason that carried over. So it's kind of a concern for me right now. And he's on ball. So this doesn't really ease my worries. He has a loose handle. It's really not the tightest thing in the world.
Yeah, you can say that.
I think especially in a world where Karis LeVert is still on this roster, Tyson really needs to, if he's going to make an impact, has to be comfortable in the off ball.
Yeah.
Well. Charge?
No, that was way late. Not a good couple minutes for our guy.
Good hustle by the rookie drawing the foul.
Committing the foul.
Sorry. I was just trying to try to see where Brad's coming from on the good hustle there.
Yeah, I yeah.
Nice pass. All right.
That was a nice take.
I want to see, he flashed a little bit the ability to create for others, and I just don't want him to get tunnel vision being like, I need to get my own, just like my first game, want to score. I want to just see something in him that flashes creation.
I respect that he says, I don't want to get my first NBA points at the line. I want to earn them from the floor.
That's a player that you can get behind. If everyone's first one in, last one out, then
someone has to be the last one in, first one out.
I could see Niang being like, yeah, I'm the last one in. It was a long night. But how early is too early?
Oop.
That was a good pass. Was that Garrett Temple?
Yeah, not a great little stretch there. This has been such a back and forth of like Tyson gets beat backdoor, Tyson commits a foul, Tyson takes a bad shot, Tyson hits a three. Like
I wouldn't even say the three was a good shot.
Well, I want to see him shoot the three. He had a nice take to the basket too when he got to the line. So he's done good things, but it's like,
It's definitely a mixed bag at best.
Yeah. I think he's someone who would benefit from playing with the charge some.
Mm-hmm. My only fear with him on the charge is that they would still have him get more on-ball reps when it's. I just don't think that role is going to be available for him for a while. So develop in ways that can help him impact the team within the next 2 years or so.
Yeah, I mean that's always a concern when it comes to playing with the charge and stuff like that. But at the same time, it's probably better than not playing at all.
Or just that's fair.
It's like this garbage. Like, how useful is this garbage time really? Like, it is helpful from it's very helpful for him to get his feet wet in the NBA in a low pressure situation. It's cool to play your first night, so it is very helpful. But it's not like what he's doing right now can translate 1-to-1 to like a real game setting. You know what I mean? So I think that's where it's like there's no real substitute for like live game that has like stakes and ramifications and stuff like that. So you can just try to simulate it in different ways. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna play with the charge like a lot, but probably on like some home games and stuff.
Yeah, no, and I agree with what you're saying. I get concerned because the more you watch his tape, the less and less exposure he's had to what his realistic role in the league is going to be. So it's kind of like a mystery of wondering what's going to click and because when you're faced with challenges, I feel like players just revert back to their natural instinct. And I think all of his natural instincts right now are all on ball.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh. He probably shouldn't have dove to the corner there because I think if he stayed on the wing, Jerome could have got that pass to him.
Yeah.
But I mean, you want to fill that corner when someone's driving, so I don't want to be too harsh. Oh, get him, Tristan.
Ooh.
Cats do have a pretty soft opening 3 games. Raptors. Then you got the Pistons, which I think it's good to get the game against JB out of the way early, especially the home game. But the Cavs, if they play their C+ game, that should be enough. They get a comfortable win, and then it is a back-to-back. But you play the Wizards, and the Wizards could be the worst team in basketball. So, there's no reason. No, there's no reason why they shouldn't be 3-0 going into pretty interesting stretch where you would have road against the Knicks and then home against the Lakers. That could be fun. So, it's they're easing into it. They're putting one foot into the pool at a time with this season.
Yeah. Getting comfortable, making sure the water's nice.
Yeah.
And then you go against the
Ty Jerome.
The family. Bam. I thought John Michael was about to be. What a performance from Okoro. What a fantastic job he did out there.
He said these buckets still show up on the stat sheet.
Cleaning the glass might remove this, but ESPN's box score, it doesn't.
All right, guys. Make sure to tune in to the Junkyard Pod. Corey will be joined by Tony. I'm not sure when it's going to be posted, but they will be recording right after the game. So at the least, it should be up on your feeds tomorrow morning. We will have content on fearthesword.com. Tony has the instant recap that should be up shortly. I'm going to be doing player grades, and then we'll have a player of the game coming out tomorrow. So stay tuned for those things. And thank you guys for all joining. We always appreciate everyone here. And yeah, do you have any last words, Corey?
Thanks for joining the stream, guys. It's been a good time. I love being on these. It's a great time. If I could pay to have Jackson berate me for 3.5 hours, I'd sign up every time. And, maybe one of these times I'll watch a Star Wars thing that we could talk about. But until then, I'll see you guys on the next one.
It's only 2.5 hours. Come on. And I think I was under. You tweeted out earlier today how many insults or whatever. I don't think there were too many.
I think the 4.5 might have been pushed over. I think there was at least 3 apologies on your behalf after some statements.
I think the apologies were more so for like, I yelled at you about not going to NBA.com, things of that nature. Not really your on-court takes, your Bouchard take, that was a good take.
That was my pregame tip. Man, that pregame comment you made was pretty spot on. Everything
it
else
was. That's the commentary you go for. So
sick.
All right, guys, I will be signing out. Thank you everyone for joining, and Ty Jerome is the GOAT. That's what we're hearing today. And really, Evan Mobley may actually be really good at basketball. So goodbye, guys. Have a great night.
Bye, guys.